welcome to ACC's Student News.
The news students can use. I'm Callie.
And I'm Caleb. Here are this week's stories.
The Indiana House of Representatives agreed to indefinitely continue a program that helps ensure that Northwest Indiana kids and teens covered by Medicaid can continue accessing health care services at Chicago Children's Hospital. Indiana House Bill 1024 is set for deletion on July 1st this year. The bill requires Indiana Medicaid program to increase its payments to out-of-state children's hospital that treat Indiana kids basically up to the amount Indiana would pay if the child was seen at Riley's Children's Hospital in Indianapolis. Indiana's share of additional Medicaid costs amounts to around $600,000 a year. The renewal goes to the Senate next.
An Indianapolis woman was arrested after driving through Indianapolis with a stolen Krispy Kreme truck during a high-speed chase. 32-year-old Amber Fatsprick took the truck while the driver was making a delivery at a gas station near East Raymond Street, South Side. As the suspect sped away, the rear doors swung open, sending racks of donuts tumbling onto the street. And a short time later, Speedway Police Department officers located the truck and conducted a felony stop, charging her with auto theft, a level 6 felony, and possession of paraphernalia. According to police reports, Fitzpatrick was also in possession of drugs after officers reportedly found a glass pipe with residue.
The Trump administration has ordered the removal of all probationary employees from the Centers for Disease Control, which could cut almost 10% of the total workforce. The administration is looking to remove these employees at state-based agency with about 1,300 staff members. The impacted employees are expected to receive about 4 weeks of paid leave, but it is uncertain if they will be formally notified. The CDC must now navigate how to handle these massive cuts without sacrificing public health.
Hamas has delayed the hostage release of Israel hostages that are still held in Gaza, which then resulted in Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and President Donald Trump to give an ultimatum suggesting terms of the deal to be changed in the wake of the Hamas threat. As Israel's defense chief said, he was leading troops in Gaza for possible return to combat and delegate halt in fighting negotiated by U.S., Qatar, and Egypt. Gaza has seen 5 exchanges between Israel and Hamas thus far. About half of Israel's hostages expected to be freed during the first 6-week phase in exchange for about 2,000 Palestinian prisoners.
That's all for this half of ACC Student News. I'm Callie.
And I'm Caleb. Stay tuned for more news.
Alright guys, so today we do have a test, and I hope you guys are prepared. You have a week to study, and, well, get out your pencils. I'll take that.
No, please, no.
You should have thought about that before you did that.
Okay.
So, you would like to work at our establishment, right?
Yes, indeed.
Well, I see one problem here. See, your resume, it's not really your information. It's based on someone else's. It's like you copied it, almost. And with that being said, now get out of my office!
I admit, I text and drive every time I get into my car. It's no big thing.
That's where you're wrong.
It is a big deal. About 400 car crashes happen every year as a result of texting and driving.
When you use a cell phone while driving, you have the same reaction time as a 70-year-old.
Texting while driving is 6 times more deadly than driving under the influence of alcohol. Sadly, texting and driving kills about 11 teenagers every day.
But I'm so connected to my phone. How can I not text and drive?
Don't put your phone within arm's reach in the car. Put it in your glove box, backseat, or trunk.
Use an app to block your phone from getting messages and calls while driving.
You can't worry about texts that you don't hear.
Just remember, simple text can lead to regrets.
Welcome back to ACC Student News. I'm Trae.
And I'm Ailith. Here are some more stories.
2 bills that threaten local control of Indiana school districts have been shut down by state legislators. House of Bills 10136 sought to dissolve 5 public school districts and replace them with charter schools, and Indiana House Bills 1501 that would have established 2 appointed boards in each of these districts to oversee transportation and facilities. Both bills have been tabled because the committee will not meet before the deadline for the bills to be passed out of their respective chambers. Both bills are considered to be dead, and the language of the bills could be reintroduced in another bill through amendments.
More than 40 dead seagulls have washed up on the local shores, suspects of having the bird flu. The Whiting Police Department received hundreds of calls reporting more than 40 dead seagulls washed up on the Whiting lakefront. Since the Indiana wildlife officials tested several seagulls, no new information on the status of the tests have been shared. Indiana's resource has also stated another possible cause for the north wind and ice thaws, causing many birds to freeze and wash up on the store. The Indiana Wildlife Department has warned residents to avoid the lake shorelines and keep pets leashed away from any birds.
The Indiana House of Representatives have agreed to indefinitely continue a program that helps ensure the Northwest Indiana kids and teens covered by Medicaid can continue accessing health care services at Chicago Children's Hospital. Indiana Bills 1024 is set for the election on July 1st this year. The bill requires Indiana Medicaid program to increase its payments to out-of-state children's hospital that treats Hoosiers kids basically up to the amount Indiana would pay if the child was at Riley's Children's Hospital in Indianapolis. Indiana shares of additional Medicaid costs to around $600,000 a year. The renewal goes to the Senate next.
An Indiana teen was arrested for allegedly plotting a mass shooting for Valentine's Day at her high school. 18-year-old Trinity Shockley was arrested for conspiracy to commit murder, imitation, and conspiracy for imitation. According to the probable cause filing, the FBI's Sandy Hook's promise said something reporting the local sheriff's office after a tip said their friend was planning an attack and had access to an AR-15 rifle and a bulletproof vest. They also described their friend as a 12th grader who had identified as a transgender and obsessed with the Parkland shooter, Nicholas Cruz. Shockley told investigators she was just joking, but her social media posts show otherwise.
The Trump administration has ordered the removal of all probationary employees from the Center of Disease Control, which would cut almost 10% the total workforce. The administration is looking to remove these employees at a state-based agency with about 1,300 staff members. The impacted employees are expected to receive about 4 weeks of paid leave, but is uncertain if they will be formally notified. The CDC must now navigate how to handle these massive cuts without sacrificing public health. That's all the stories we have for this week. I'm Trae.
And I'm Ailith. Make sure to check out the rest of our videos on YouTube.
And follow us on Instagram at ACC TV Hammond.